Welcome back to Financial Market Insights for Traders, the podcast where we break down the complexities of global markets to keep you informed and ahead of the curve. I'm your host, Sophia. Today, we're diving into a topic that's reshaping the global energy landscape: Africa's burgeoning refinery capacity and its impact on global energy markets. Historically, Africa has been rich in crude oil reserves, but lacked the infrastructure to refine this oil domestically. This imbalance led to a paradox where oil-rich nations imported refined petroleum products to meet local demand. However, this narrative is changing. Countries across the continent are investing heavily in refining infrastructure, aiming to transform their roles from raw material exporters to refined product suppliers. Nigeria's Dangote Refinery, a game changer. Let's start with Nigeria, Africa's largest oil producer. For decades, Nigeria exported crude oil and imported refined products, a practice that strained its economy. Enter the Dangote Petroleum Refinery, a project spearheaded by Africa's richest man, Aliko Dangote. This $20 billion refinery, located near Lagos, is designed to process 650,000 barrels of crude oil per day, making it the largest single-train refinery globally. Despite facing significant challenges, including delays and budget overruns, the refinery began producing jet fuel, naphtha, and petrol. Once it reaches full operational capacity, it's expected to not only satisfy Nigeria's domestic demand, but also position the country as a net exporter of refined products. This shift could save Nigeria billions in import costs and stabilize its currency by reducing the demand for foreign exchange used in fuel imports. However, the refinery faces challenges, including securing a steady supply of crude oil and navigating Nigeria's complex oil sector dynamics. Angola's refining ambitions. Moving south to Angola, another major oil producer that's historically depended on imported refined products. The Angolan government has embarked on ambitious projects to change this dynamic. The Cabinda refinery, for instance, is set to commence production in April 2025. This refinery aims to process 60,000 barrels per day, significantly reducing Angola's reliance on imports. Additionally, plans for the Lobito and Soyo refineries are underway, each expected to add 100,000 barrels per day to the nation's refining capacity. These developments are poised to enhance Angola's energy security and create new revenue streams through the export of refined products. East Africa's emerging players. East Africa is also stepping onto the refining stage. Uganda, in partnership with international investors, is developing its first oil refinery in the Hoima district. This project is strategically linked to the East African crude oil pipeline, which will transport crude oil from Uganda to the Tanzanian port of Tanga for export. The refinery is expected to process 60,000 barrels per day, catering to both domestic and regional markets. This development signifies Uganda's commitment to harnessing its oil resources for local value addition. Algeria's strategic expansions. In North Africa, Algeria is enhancing its refining capabilities. The Tirat refinery, with a capacity of 100,000 barrels per day, was launched to bolster domestic refining. Similarly, the Hassi Messaoud refinery, also with a 100,000 barrels per day capacity, is under development. These projects aim to meet domestic demand and position Algeria as a significant exporter of refined products in the Mediterranean region. Implications for global energy markets. Africa's expansion in refining capacity is causing ripples across global energy markets. Traditionally, African nations imported refined products from Europe, the United States, and Asia. With increased domestic refining, this demand is decreasing, leading to a potential oversupply in those markets. Consequently, traditional exporters may need to seek new markets or reduce production, impacting global refining margins. Moreover, as African countries begin exporting refined products, they introduce new competition, particularly in markets like Europe and Asia. This shift could lead to more competitive pricing and alter trade dynamics, prompting established refining nations to innovate and improve efficiency to maintain market share. Investment opportunities and challenges. The surge in refining projects across Africa presents numerous investment opportunities. Infrastructure development, technology partnerships, and ancillary services are in demand. However, investors must navigate challenges such as political instability, regulatory uncertainties, and financing hurdles. For instance, while the Cabinda refinery is on track, the Soil refinery has faced financing delays, highlighting the complexities inherent in such large scale projects. Geopolitical considerations. The transformation of Africa's refining landscape also carries geopolitical implications. As African nations gain greater control over their energy resources, their bargaining power on the global stage increases. This shift could lead to new alliances and trade agreements, reshaping geopolitical dynamics. Additionally, countries that previously relied on exporting refined products to Africa may need to reassess their foreign policies and economic strategies in response to Africa's growing self sufficiency. Environmental and social impacts. While the economic benefits are substantial, it's crucial to consider the environmental and social impacts of expanding refining capacity. Refineries can contribute to pollution and pose health risks to nearby communities if not managed properly. Therefore, sustainable practices, stringent environmental regulations, and community engagement are essential to ensure that these projects benefit the broader population without compromising environmental integrity. Conclusion. Africa's investment in refining capacity marks a pivotal shift in the global energy landscape. By moving up the value chain, African nations are poised to enhance their energy security, stimulate economic growth, and alter traditional trade patterns. For global markets, this evolution presents both challenges and opportunities, necessitating adaptability and strategic planning. As traders and investors, staying informed about these developments is crucial. The shifting dynamics offer new avenues for investment, but also require a keen understanding of the associated risks and rewards. Africa's refining renaissance is not just a regional story, it's a global one with far reaching implications for the energy sector. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of Africa's evolving role in global energy markets. To get in on the action and trade crude oil and other energy CFDs, visit crystalballmarkets.com. Stay tuned to Financial Market Insights for Traders for more in-depth analyses on the trends shaping our world. Until next time, trade smart and stay informed.